This is for kids only.
This is for kids only.
This is for kids only.
Hey kids, Petaluma Pete here, and we are over at the airport again, and we are going to learn a new word today. That word is airmail. Have you ever heard that word before? Well, if you want to know more, come with me. Airmail, kids, is described as a system, especially a government postal system, of sending mail by airplane. Well, you may recall in our previous Kids Corner video how we took you up in a real plane over downtown Petaluma, the coolest downtown in the history of mankind, to show you what to expect should you be the winner of Petaluma Pete's first annual Fred Wiseman commemorative plane ride, and how we're going to hold a drawing for this free plane ride for kids who brought their adults to last Saturday's Wiseman Centennial Celebration program at the Petaluma Airport in honor of Fred Wiseman, who made the first airplane mail delivery from Petaluma to Santa Rosa 100 years ago. Well, you are about to see the lucky kid who won that free plane ride, along with highlights of this historic airport gathering. Truth is, kids, the birth of commercial flight started in part because of the need to deliver mail faster. So Fred Wiseman's role was huge in helping kickstart an entire industry. So as the people arrived at this gathering, we saw Bill Hammerman, one of the event coordinators, sitting at the reception table where he was sticking first annual Fred Wiseman souvenir stamps on Fred Wiseman postcards along with Fred Wiseman envelopes for people to buy. And if you missed this opportunity, you can still purchase these Fred Wiseman stamps by visiting the Fred Wiseman website for more information. We also saw kids looking at this great picture display and learning about Fred Wiseman and how he also liked bicycles and race cars and anything that had to do with transportation. There were also actors there, kids, who were rehearsing for a performance to help reenact what may have happened when Fred Wiseman took off from Petaluma and landed in Santa Rosa 100 years ago. These actors were dressed in the coolest outfits, kids, to reflect the style of clothing people wore 100 years ago, and you can see how authentic they looked as they rehearsed their parts before all the spectators had arrived. You can also see they are standing in front of a scale model of Fred Wiseman's plane, which you can see again when you visit the Petaluma Historical Museum in downtown Petaluma, the coolest downtown in the history of mankind. Airport Commission Chairman Tom McGaw kicked things off to a standing room only crowd, kids. There were people there from all over Sonoma County, and the kids in the crowd were waiting for the big moment when the free plane ride drawing would determine who was going to be the lucky kid to be taken up over downtown Petaluma. This, kids, is what an official proclamation document looks like up close. This event was so important, even the mayor of Petaluma showed up to read a proclamation to all the people about declaring an official Fred Wiseman Day. As the various speakers spoke, you could feel the anticipation in the air until it finally came time for the free airplane ride drawing, and there, in front of the entire crowd, a whole gaggle of kids stood, while Petaluma Pete handed out numbered tickets, and sure enough, a winner was picked. But before we show you the kid who won, we want to take you outside, where kids and adults were able to witness an old 1930s airplane taxi down the runway in an attempt to reenact the actual Fred Wiseman flight 100 years ago. And kids, it was so cold out there the dogs were wearing cats. It was so cold we had to open the fridge to heat the building. It was so cold that the lawyers had to put their hands in their own pockets. It was so cold you could hammer a nail with a banana. Anyway, we all huddled together and watched as this big, beautiful plane rolled by, and people were very excited about the whole thing, and that's when Petaluma Pete realized what a great place the Petaluma Airport is, and how more people need to know about it and visit when they put on these sorts of events throughout the year. Well, that about wraps it up, kids. Until next time, remember to be nice to everyone, listen to your teachers, and eat more veggies.